Go ahead.
We gonna run this, you know what I'm saying? I've been taking phase my whole life. Let's do this.
You already know, I ain't come out here.
That's right.
That's what it is.
That's right.
I'm coming to get that number.
My name is Guzman. I live in LA, you know, in the city. So I've been here all my life. You know, I started racing in 1994 with my first Honda that I ever bought, which was a 1993 Accord that I started doing whatever I could to it. And, you know, when I ran out of stuff to do to it, you know, I put a Prelude motor in it. Because the single cam, you know, F motor was junk. So I went with the Prelude motor, stock, but on 120 shot of nitrous. You know, Dr. Charles helped me plumb it, stuff like that, set it up, and man, I was just smoking foods on the street.
Play a card game with us. You invited guests. Why don't you sit down and play one hand?
So I met him when he used to work at Pit Crew Motorsports in San Gabriel.
Gary built for the win.
And then he did my nitrous setup. He used to do some of my work and stuff like that. Whatever I couldn't do, he would do. Because he was like the master. You know, a couple years later, he did his own shop. I would go there all the time, and then they needed somebody to work, and I'm like, what's up, you know, I'll work.
I kind of been out for a little bit, you know, just doing my own thing, but dude, it's kind of crazy coming back and seeing this event, this HDay event was amazing. Like everybody was out, everybody brought their cars, people were fast, people broke, whatever, but dude, and everybody helped everybody, but dude, it's coming back, dude. It's amazing. It's just cool with technology now, billet parts, things you can get now is more easily accessible. Badass. It's the thing. It's awesome. Down ass guy, dude. He fucking works, dude.
And I learned a lot of things from him.
It's a lifestyle for sure over here still, bro. I mean, we street race. All those guys that came and backed us up, we street race against those guys. The killer beat fools, like they be putting in work on the street, but they know who we are. You know what I'm saying? We come out running our mouth, but we back it up. You can ask them, for sure. I got a steak real soon coming from them, you know what I mean? They got me a tomahawk. When they see this, they gonna hit me up about it. They know what's up.
Like day and night, I'd go through a bottle a weekend. We'd start racing like Wednesday or Thursday till Sunday. And it was in different places. We used to go to Sylmar, Ontario, like everywhere, bro. I raced V8s, like all kinds of stuff.
La misma clica desde morro no cambiamos. Walking like pimp styrofoam, sipping, swinging them elbows. Le bateamos y a vergazos aquí andamos. El colazo es lo que representamos.
I don't know how they do it here. They make this shit work. But check this shit out.
En mi barrio, más vatos locos, and we tipping bobos. En mi barrio, we be moving cold, Cadillac be jumping like a pogo.
En mi barrio, banda loca, todos fumando la mota. Black cosa, mis drogas, dice Mitchell, me compro otra. Todos así por jale de Sonora, como el vale, no pueden.
That's what I'm saying. Crazy how they get this shit working over here. Crazy. Look at that traffic. Look at this. Crazy, man. I love you too, Beto.
Rockin' out of the block with the gang wearing our suit. I'ma finger the Glock, get it wet like a pool. I'ma beat down the block, I'll be acting a fool. I'm the one that's round terrorizing cities. Like, yeah, I did it. Bitch, I'm surgical with his AR-15. I cut out the kid, got him holding his chest. I the pledge of belief. Hate to see on the rise, I'ma make this shit region. I'll see how you make it look easy. I'll just keep it peasy. I put that on me, but I ain't yellow peasy. En mi barrio, más vatos locos, and we tipping bobos. We be moving coco, Cadillac be jumping like a pogo.
Well, check it out. We're over here at the Wicked Pad right there. It's that old man's house right there. It's amazing how they get this trailer in here, dude. The street is Arlington is crazy, dude. I don't know how they do it, but they make it work. It's insane.
shit, I already got kicked out in the second round, and I went to go see the semifinals, and I just seen, I guess, Hollywood. I knew of him, but didn't know him. And he went up to the Gold EG guy and was like, hey man, like, let's run that East versus West. And dude turned it down, or he walked away and started talking to his tutor, man. Where we come from, we don't turn down fade, so we just have to go for it, you know, like, fuck it. I didn't know what Hollywood ran. I knew he was coming with some heat, but whatever, run that, win or lose, you know, like, let's do it, let's have some fun. So Hollywood didn't turn it down.
Let's get this grudge race, East versus West. You know what time it is. I'm the underdog, I'll take it all day. I don't want to race no slow cars.
So I ran in, I told Jerry, I told Yosolo, I was like M80, Hollywood, some dude named Hollywood, you know? You racing Hollywood? I'm like, that's my boy. I'm like, you better tell him, fuck him up. Hey, Yosolo, turn it up.
What's on the line is I got to run an 8-second pass, which would be the first time ever if I do it, and it'd be on here in the West Coast.
Do it, the homie, but EBT. He didn't say anything. I got
I take it. The money still good. The money still good.
We went for it. We got it together and showed up, and then that's when I realized it was about to be like some shit, because, I mean, everybody just started running up. So all the West Coast dudes, you know, they backed me up. So it was cool. We came together and we got to talk some shit, and we come together before the race. It's a lifestyle for sure over here still, bro. I mean, we street race. All those guys that came and backed us up, we street race against those guys.
Blue told me that Hollywood was hitting up people, and he's like, I'll take that race. And he was like, okay, let's do it. So then he came back and said, let's get the car ready, let's go.
I knew, yeah, because I had already ran 850s that day. You know, when we got the boost working overnight, like, I went for a ride. I went 172 in the first round, and then when that passed, I did 179. So I felt it, you know, and I knew I was gonna fly by him. I just didn't know when, you know, and it happened, you know. And after the race, it was all love. He got out, gave me a hug, we took a picture. He told me, he was like, bro, let's do a picture right now, because ain't nobody gonna let us take pictures later, you know. So it was all love. As soon as I hit the two-step, I knew I fucked up, because I didn't, like, that second light wasn't on. So I was just like, fuck, if I get off of it, he gonna get back on it, he gonna get on him. So I'm gonna just like get off a little bit and then just get right back on it. And then I sat there for a little bit so the boost can go up. And you know what I'm saying? I know I needed my boost to go up, because I had already fucked up before doing that. Like, I'm learning slowly but surely, you know? I jumped in this thing, it wasn't supposed to go this fast. I was supposed to run a 1050 car just to get the wicked sticker. Charles told me I get the wicked sticker if I run a 1050.
Hey, you make some regards to Chihuahua, Mexico, my friend. Look at my bus shirt. Chihuahua.
I went 1030. Jerry gave me the sauce. This motherfucker got so many parts back here, bro. We did it overnight. And I went from a 1030 to a 930 overnight.
I first started just doing little stuff to my car, because I didn't know how to work on it. So, but I'm a hands-on guy, so I started doing my own stuff to my own car, then friends' cars, and then in about 2000, I started working on customers' cars.
That was an East versus West. But it was kind of awkward because I'm turning all these West Coast cars from Jerry Bilcamp.
Nobody's safe. Soon as we step out the cage, we raising all of the stakes. Make no mistake, either you stay in your place or we putting you on a plate. Look at our face, we put the fear in the dirt. We had to struggle for change, pick up the pace. We put in infinite work, that's why we stay getting paid.
I'm from the East Coast, and I see all my boys from the East Coast coming into the West Coast. But I had to put my name first before anything. And when Hollywood came, and let's put it like this. We had the whole East Coast camp. And I'm over there in the West Coast representing the West Coast, being from the East Coast. But I couldn't let my people down, so.
Excuse about work. Oh, nah, I got all the excuses for work, bro. No. It's still Sunday. Yeah. Sunday, but y'all go 3 hours. We got 40 hours. Yeah. You're driving right after. I wish I could drive all the way over there. You got 3 cars. You can do it. Best car. But you are here now.
All these niggas, yo, listen. I just took all these niggas' bets, yo.
Yeah. He was betting. Well, I did a blind bet. Once I found out, I was like, fuck.
Blue came up and set up the race. I was like, oh, let's send everything we can from that little turbo you have. And I just put everything in. And it happened that we won that race against Hollywood. It's kind of crazy. That connection came along, I think it was 2009, 2010 era. We had an all-motor shootout, and out of nowhere, he hits me up like, yo, I'm going to the East Coast, and we're going down from the West Coast to the East Coast. We need a shot to just, check our cars out and to compete in that all-motor shootout.
My name is Tai, also known as I am Tai Oogie. I'm from New Jersey, and I've been a videographer that covered the street scene over here in the Tri-State for the past 12, 13 years. When I heard that Jerry Bill Racing was in town, bro, I had to pick up my camera and shoot to the dyno and document that whole experience, bro. It's rare that you get to see somebody from the West Coast bring their car over to the East Coast, to compete, with the fastest over here, He didn't care about the camera. Clearing up the map as much as possible, making, the right adjustments, because, the DA level on the West Coast is totally different than over here, Well, before I met Jerry, his name, it coincided with just the West Coast culture, the way they dress, the way they talk, it embodied, his name embodied all of that. On top of that, with the street scene or the racing scene, he's one of the forefathers of the Honda scene on the West Coast. And that's my take on that. That's my opinion. It looked like they raced more for bragging rights, prideful, you know what I mean? Bragging rights, I'm faster than you, It wasn't really about the money because, from what I've seen, when I was watching, those videos back then, their pops was like $500, $1,000, and they raced in, 10-second cars, from 5 to 1,000. So just right there, it shows me that, the priority wasn't about the money. It was more about, the respect and the bragging rights.
I was like, yo, once he called me and asked me for it, it was just, I was just blown away from it.
Jerry's an OG for sure, 20 years in the game, and whether we realize it or not, we benefit from these OGs' experience, the past experience, You gotta think about it, man. We know certain things work because of them, He's the one that did the research and development, we try these cans, we try this spring pressure, all that, this gas, and what works and what doesn't. And what works, this is what we benefit from. We take what worked for them and we put it in our builds, and that's still continued to go on till today. So for sure, I think beyond racing, he has left that for us, man.
I've had this car since 2000. I used to drive this thing around on ITB's B-Series. I have my son's chair in the back. I used to have baby chair in the back. That was my only car back in the day. And I was just like, with ITVs, that thing's hard to drive with ITVs. I was always getting tickets, I was street racing too and stuff like that. But I was lucky when I was street racing, they didn't get me for street racing, but they would catch me right on the line and let me go. I know Hollywood, So I was like, hey, Hollywood? I'm like, fuck it, all right. That's cool, let's run it.
Run it.
He's a homie anyway, so should be fun.
I grew up with his brother. I lived down the street. Like when I was like 12 or 14, I came over and we just started seeing all the cars and all these cool ass dudes over here with cool ass cars. So we started washing their cars. They let us hang out. Like Jerry would take us to Atomic where I met Charles, and I just was like, what the fuck? Like, this dude is awesome. Like, what the fuck? He's crazy. Fucking dude. It just didn't stop from there on. We just was working on cars. He would give us money on the weekends to work on cars as long as we graduated from high school. He was like, you guys graduate from high school, I'll help you with your car. That's what he told us both. Like, you graduate, I'll help you with your car. So I did graduate, but I ended up doing some other shit. And then 5 years ago when I got back into it, I was like, remember you said you was gonna help me with my car, asshole? You're like, come on, you gotta help me. I was like, I got a couple of engine swaps that I've done for you that you gotta help me now. And he has. He kept it going. I bought this car and I bought a CRX that belonged to his brother. His brother lost. I got that car and I got this car on the same day, but this one, it was on. $1050, that's all I wanted. 1050s. And then it just happened to, I didn't hit 1050, I hit 1030. And then I went 930. And then it hasn't stopped. He worked for Charles, like he was saying earlier, and I thought he was just dope. He was fucking crazy white boy, talking shit, horns on his head, driving crazy, pissing off his business partner.
Rich Ed back in the days.
Yeah, he was pissing off his business partner. I was like, this fucking dude is awesome. Like, and me and his brother Beto would always say, like, dude, I mean, when me and Jerry's brother would always say, dude, we gotta get that Wicked sticker. We would see it on Ed's car, we would see it on all these other cars. We was just like, dude, we gotta get the Wicked sticker. So, you know, that's how that started, because, what, fucking 20 years later, you know, we had a little bit more money to make it happen. Safety first. Whatever you do, just do it first. Do the safety, make sure that's, you know, that's taken care of, and then, you know, go have fun. And I mean, he wouldn't let me street race. He was like, just build a track car. You know, so safety first. And that's one of the things that I have done with this car. Like, whatever you're gonna do, if you're gonna get a certain gas, make sure you get the proper fire gear for it. You know, when these guys do street race, put your fucking helmet on. I don't care how stupid you look. You know, make sure you got a roll cage. You know, put your seatbelts on, because that's important. When I went to Maryland, dude, last year I seen people crashing. You know, that's why I gotta take my time to go to the next step, because I want to get my 25.5. You know, I want to get the proper wheels for it. You know, I want to get the proper safety gear, because at this level, it's dangerous.
I didn't know how fast it was. So I was like, well, we'll see what happens. So he was doing the 950 index? Yeah, because he's too fast. No, I mean, I just thought it was going to be a good race. You know, it doesn't matter who won. You know, like we're both friends, so I was like, should be fun. I love racing, and I'm gonna do it until I physically cannot. Like, I love it. Like, I love it, leave it, breathe it, you know, whatever. Like, everybody knows, and man, I'll spend all-nighters if I have to, and I do it every time. When I heard, I bought my ticket. And I told all my buddies, I'm like, hey, let's get ready. This is the event. Let's do it. And we were like an army. All of us. I had finished like 4 cars before, you know, and all they needed was tuning. So then I was cool. I was like good with time. But then like 2 of them didn't work out. We had to fix them. No, 3 of them. So I was like, damn, and I had to take them apart, put them back together, and that just backtracked me a lot. And I was like, man, now I was working day and night. And then I had to do a cage, a 10-point cage for another friend that was going to the track too. And I promised him I would do it, so I did it.
It's hot.
Camera's not working.
It's Cali hot.
Hey, it's Cali hot. Boy, you in Cali right now.
It's not hot. We used to this shit. This baby weather though. We used to this. Ain't nothing. This ain't bad. I can't see it up here all the time.
And I did it in a day and a half, a 10-point cage.
You still got it, huh?
Man, I was tired though. I was tired. Like everybody knew I was like a zombie that whole week. Like just doing stuff, fixing it. I was assembling motors. Here, you guys put them in. Done. Ready for dyno. I raced the all-motor M1.
That is a tough class.
It sure is. I mean, I spent a bunch of money to get it to there, but it didn't work out as best as I wanted it to. Like, I was only able to do like a 10.2, but I lost my 60-foot. You know, I didn't have enough time to test for the M1 because I raced nitro too. Because IFO, there's no rules. So we run nitro. If other guys run nitro, we have to run nitro. So I don't run that. I run 50%. So my best time is a 9.4 on 50%. So my tranny was geared up for the nitro. And I didn't change it, the gearing, so it just, you know, that killed it. Yeah. So, but I was already there. I was like, look, I'm not gonna tear it apart right now. And oh man, I was tired, bro. I was tired. So I just ran it like that, and you know, I was just happy the motor came back running. Now I could fix little stuff, upgrade it. You know, the head that I need to do, fix a little couple things, but the motor's chill. It's nothing wrong with it, you know. So we can still do stuff, yeah.
That's awesome. Whoa. Go ahead.
We're gonna run this, you know what I'm saying? I've been taking phase my whole life. Let's do this.
Hey, I bet $500 against Farrell. I didn't even know who the car was. Yeah, he sure did, man. Hey, I said, who we racing? Dead ass.
I got 100.
$50 right now. 50?
100?
No, 50.
I got 100 on this lane.
Didn't know how fast it was. So I was like, well, we'll see what happens. So he was doing the 950 index? Yeah, because you're too fast. No, I mean, I just thought it was going to be a good race. You know, it doesn't matter who won. You know, like we're both friends, so I was like, should be fun.
One thing I could say, the West Coast might mess me up for this, but East Coast, we have more tree time than anything. And we know how to play the tree game. I knew that was gonna happen, so I just put all the sauce between second and third gear. And thank God it actually helped me out with that, because at that point I was representing the West Coast even though I was from the East Coast. But we ended up winning that race with Blue's car, and I was telling everybody, even though since the event started, the East Coast is here, you guys are in for a treat, how to use a tree.